Like if all I believe that matters in the world is what's happening right here in the US, then I'm probably going to be more afraid than if I say, well, I could go to another country, or I could go somewhere else and have a whole different experience, whole different reality. Um, have you seen that in terms of, like, I mean, think about this, right? You mentioned people who say this is my first international trip. That can indicate, you could make an argument that that could be considered a lack of exposure relative to what they realize they should have done. Or someone who says in their 60s, I've never been on a plane. That makes me wonder if sometimes we are trained out of that fear to limit ourselves just for our own safety. Like don't
Oh,
go out across that street. Don't go downtown. There's too, you know what I mean? What do you think about that?
oh, you're 100% correct. I had no interest in traveling. I was like, why am I going to travel? I have everything I need in the US. But the one thing that was missing outside of the US, or the one thing that was missing that I didn't realize, was the peace that came when I exited for a period of time. I love coming back to home. I mean, the DMV is home, Charleston, South Carolina, that's home. It'll always be home. My ancestors built much of what we see and what we're familiar with. But another point, I'm a dual citizen of Ghana and Sierra Leone, as well as the United States. And so what I would have never even thought that as being possible, but what it did was it gave me that I don't have that anxiety. So when things start going crazy in the US, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna let me hop on over here to I can go to Ghana, I can go to Ethiopia, I can go. I have options because I can leave the madness of a news cycle that is intentionally designed to create anxiety, a news cycle that is intentionally designed to breed and promote fear and uncertainty. And so when you have uncertainty, now you become paralyzed. So when you become paralyzed, you become frustrated. And so now it becomes a cycle of stagnation. But when you know you have options and you can say, you know what, let me just take a break from this. You know what, I'm going to try something else over here. There's a level of therapy that comes with that, and there's a level of confidence that comes from that. And when you have confidence, especially financial confidence, when you know that you have the ability to make moves when others are afraid, now you say to yourself, okay, when all things are jumping off, you know what? I'm okay. I can do this. I can go. I can try this over here. And that's one of the things, to your point, Dr. Boyce. Absolutely. I see the fear, and I try to encourage people by example to say, I know the fear. I've lived in it. I used to be afraid to fly. Believe it or not, I used to be afraid to fly. And but now here is what's possible. And so when people like you and I, when people can see that there are those who look like me, who are actually living the life, then it inspires them to say, let me try. You know what? And the other thing, Dr. Boyce, is that a lot of times we don't think we have the resources because our
Mm,
culture tells us you know what, you can't do it. You can't do it.
mm.
It's not going to happen. It's for them. They have it. That they can do it. And then I just had to prioritize it. Once I prioritized it, then I found out what all I could do. And then I had to strategize it and had to be intentional about it. And that's why what you do is so important, is because you show people how to put together the strategies to open up these other doors for themselves. So yeah, to your point, yes, I see where the fear definitely becomes a problem and holds us back.
Yeah, so everybody, I want to do a quiz. If you were listening to Jay Careful, Jay Cameron, that's his name. You know he used one of my favorite words of all time.